Om Shanti. Our topic today is divine sustenance. What is sustenance? To look after, to love, to help someone to grow. Sustenance. So there is sustenance amongst people. Now today we are going to see two different kinds of sustenance. One, human sustenance. How do human beings sustain each other? Parents to children, husband to wife, wife to husband, brothers to sisters, sisters to brothers, siblings, and then boss to the employee, and then neighbors, friends, and in social life. How do we sustain each other, especially in Kali Yuga? So when we look at sustenance among human beings, we only look at the kind of sustenance we see around us in Kali Yuga. And then there's another kind of sustenance, divine sustenance. How do we know about divine sustenance? We see Baba in the Murlis. We see how he sustains us, how he loves us, and how he makes us grow strong. So on one side, there is this human sustenance in Kali Yuga, and on the other side, there is godly sustenance, divine sustenance by God. We are going to look at the contrast of these two kinds of sustenance. Remember, we are always giving help and sustenance to someone or another, either in the family life or in work life or in the society. Now let us look at the sustenance of Kali Yuga. This word sustenance is misunderstood. It is also corrupt. Why? Because the sustenance that is given in Kali Yuga, it seeks, it wants, it is not desireless. Even though parents may say, I don't expect any return from my children, there is still that very subtle expectation that they will have to respect me, that they will have to come and see me in my old age. So there is some kind of expectation. So when sustenance seeks, it wants, it becomes ugly, then sustenance becomes attached. I give, you take, and you repay. So there is some kind of desire there. And then this attachment becomes greedy. I possess you. You are my child. Possession. So I possess you. As my child, I want you to get the best grade in school. If you want to honor me, you must get number one. So what is this? Expectation. This is really seeking some kind of return for the sustenance they give to the child. They look after the child and they tell the child, you must become number one in class. So it is ugly. It is attachment. It is greed. My name as a parent must be glorified, and there's possession. But we know that as souls, we don't possess anyone. Even this body, we are not the owners of the body. So, why is there some kind of desire? Why? Because all souls of today, they are not full. Many souls are empty, empty of knowledge, empty of maturity, empty of powers, empty of virtues. And so, where there is a void, there is emptiness. So, we trap people, we trap others to come and fill that void, to come and fill that emptiness. So, we think that when two people who are not full, who are empty, get together, two is more powerful than one. But two who are empty and expect something from the other. This one expects love from the other. That one expects love from this one. Both are expecting some kind of love, sustenance. And what happens? There is illusion. There is illusion. Sometimes in a relationship, there is also monopoly. One rules over the other and say, I'm strong or I'm earning the money, so I'm the boss. So you listen to me. And so there is some kind of bossiness, arrogance in that sustenance. It's not pure love. It's not pure give and take. There is some kind of expectation, some kind of harshness, and some kind of a trap that I am big, you are small. I'm the giver, you are the taker. So, this kind of sustenance is not good. It can happen between parents and children, between spouses, between friends, in the workplace. Now, when we want to own somebody, especially when we talk of children, we want to own the children. So, owning is making the children slaves. I own you. You do what I say. So children become slaves. Sometimes this slavery comes in a very royal form. For example, my child has to learn swimming, has to learn piano, has to learn this language, has to learn mathematics, has to go for dancing class. So many requests from the child, from the parent to the child. And so this can also be slavery because the child has no time to play, no time to be a child, is always running from one tuition class to the other tuition class. Slavery. So childhood of a child becomes a burden. The child is running from one class to another. And childhood can be a prison if the parents don't give it enough freedom to play, to laugh, and to have some freedom. So, sustenance in Kali Yuga, it's mostly demanding, it's mostly expecting, it's mostly monopoly, it's mostly attachment. There is greed and possession. It's misunderstood. It's corrupt. So, how to become free from all this? We don't know the method because everywhere there is some kind of a prison for everyone. Either the wife is a prisoner of the husband, or the husband is a prisoner of the wife. So there is a violation of freedom. You cannot act the way you want as an adult. There is fear that if you do what you like to do, the other will get angry, or the other will be disappointed, or you will let the other down. So there is a kind of a mental prison, a mental grip where the person doesn't feel freedom. Actually, to love freely is to give happiness. To love freely is to give freedom. To love freely is to give space, freedom. But when there is no freedom, there is no space to live, then that love becomes attachment. So, attachment means the security of a person is taken away. There is no kind of boost to make the child grow better, or to make the wife feel happy, or the husband happy, or the employer happy. It can work in both ways. So, where there is a kind of demanding while giving sustenance, although there is protection, although there is security, there is no freedom, and it can be also looked upon as exploitation. So we exploit somebody else by keeping them under our control. That I am the bigger one, I am the boss, so you do as I say. Exploitation. So in Kali Yuga, most relationships do exploit, yeah, one another. Most relationships boost ego, that I am better, I'm mature, I have more love, I have more money. And so it boosts ego, it gives demands, not love. It demands obedience, it doesn't give freedom. So where there is true love, it is unconditional. Where there is true love, souls can bloom like flowers. Where there is true love, souls flow in life like a river without any bondages. Where there is true sustenance, the soul lights up like a lamp. So, true love, true sustenance is like a flower in bloom, a river that is flowing happily towards the sea, and a lamp that is lighting up, giving light to itself and to everyone. That is true sustenance. So, do we get this kind of sustenance in Kali Yuga? It's a question that we can ask ourselves. So, to give respect is true sustenance. Even children need respect. For true sustenance, each soul needs solitude, time to look inside, time to reflect, time to see what it wants, time to see the direction it wants to take, time to make its virtues grow, time to make its bad qualities, its vices diminish. You need time to look inside. But hardly anyone ever looks inside. We look outside for help. We look outside for sustenance. We look outside for appreciation. We look outside for love. But the real method is to look inside and fill up the void. If the void inside is filled up, there won't be any demands. It will be just giving, giving, and giving. So, real sustenance is not to run away thinking that I am a good parent, but to see the real beauty of being a parent, of being a spouse, and how to become complete in the self while liberating all those people around me. So, what is true sustenance? I complete myself and I liberate those around me. I do not possess them. I do not own them. I give them freedom to grow, to love, to express themselves. I give them respect. So, in Kali Yuga, most of us are taught to hate ourselves. We say we are sinners. We go in front of the altar or in front of a deity and we say, I'm a sinner. I don't know anything. I don't understand anything. I've done a lot of sins. Forgive me. Excuse me. Don't look at my sins. Have mercy on me. We look at ourselves in that way and we make ourselves small. So we ourselves are not sustaining our inner self. So, to sustain our inner self, we don't have to say all these things in front of a deity. We can say, I don't know, but I can learn, I can grow, I can understand, I can mature, I will develop. So, respect the self first and then give respect. If relationships are weak, relationships have void in them, then that relationship is empty and doomed to give sorrow. So when two people get together, soon they are in deep sorrow. Soon they are in traps. Soon they look for outside help. So when two people who are void, are empty, they get together, it's like two beggars coming together and expecting the other to love them, to understand them, and to appreciate them. So, two beggars cannot have happiness. Two beggars cannot make happiness. Two beggars cannot live in happiness. So, how not to be a beggar? Learn to be happy alone. So, what is the lesson we have to learn in Kali Yuga? Learn to be happy with yourself. Learn to love yourself. Learn to respect yourself and learn to get rid of the void inside you. Once you are full, you become divine. Once you are full, you become beautiful. Once you are full, you become complete. Once you are full, you can meditate happily and give love, happiness, peace to everyone without expectation. So, where do we look for happiness? Inside. So, discover your own uniqueness, discover your own beauty inside, discover how you can share your own beauty with others. Each one is different, each one is unique. So, share and let each one flower. What flowers? It's not the body, it's the soul. Let the soul have courage. Let the soul experience flowering, blooming, flowing, shining. Some of the games that people play when they are empty. We play games, husband over wife, wife over husband, over children, over employees, over neighbors, in the society, we play games. What games do we play in Kali Yuga? We play the power game. I'm the head. I'm the head of the country. I have the power to lead. I am all right. I'm all powerful. Don't question me. I can do what I like. Power game. So leaders, political leaders, religious leaders, social leaders, whatever leaders, they play the power game. I know, you obey. So this is also a soul that has no sustenance for itself. What more for others? Cannot sustain itself. Power game, where leaders show their power, but they have no substance. They are not mature, they are not full. Another game that people play is economic game. What do they say? I earn, I'm rich, I come from a rich family, I come from a kingly family, a royal family, I'm better than you, so I'm greater than you. Again, this economic game, the power game comes in. Sometimes it can be a physical game. A man is stronger than a woman, and so he can pin the woman down with his physical strength. Again, it's a power game. So when there is equality, when there is inner sustenance, when there is inner fulfillment, when there is inner respect, these power games power game, economic game, and physical game, they need not be used at all because there is mutual respect. So, real power, where is the real power? It's inside, not outside. It's inside out, not outside in. But in Kali Yuga, most of the ego uh, ego systems, they come from out to in. I'm the head. I know better. I'm more learned. I'm more mature. I'm old. So I know. So it's outside in. But the real power is soul power. It's inside out, not outside in. So we we who play the game from inside out, we don't exploit. But when we play the game from outside in, there is there's exploitation, there is imprisonment, and there is this power game. When it is outside in, someone is dependent on someone else. One person is dependent on the other person, or one group is dependent on another group. And where there is dependence, there is push and pull. Both become shaky, both become powerless, and both end up in a war. And then there's this social game. I come from a higher caste. I come from a royalty, or I come from very special background. So we see others as unequal. We become unfriendly. Relationships are not on a, on a beautiful stand. So there is somebody up and there's somebody down. So there is no equality. And then there's some who play the sacrifice game. This sacrifice game is often played by the mothers who say, you see, I gave up my life for my children. I gave up my youth to take care of you. I gave up all my early days for you. Now you take care of me. And so the children feel obliged to take care of the mother. So this is again a sacrifice game. Actually, the mother need not ask for the return of a sacrifice. If she is a good mother, she will pull the children like a magnet pulls iron. When you are strong inside, when you are full inside, when you have love inside, when you have full sustenance, then that becomes like a magnet. You pull the children towards you. You don't ask them to come to you. So happiness, so sustenance is an inside job, not an outside job. What is inside? How I feel, how I react, how I understand, how I mature, how I grow, how I cooperate with others, how I can steer my life, understand. So, happiness, sustenance is an inside game. So, in Kali Yuga, happiness is an outside game. So, nobody is happy because anything from outside to inside does not last. It is temporary, it is false, it is show. So, how can I fill myself? Learn to be grateful, learn to elevate the self, learn to grow, learn to love, learn to understand. Play your roles with detachment, with love. Don't become bored taking care of your children. It is a wonderful job to make the children grow and make them into individuals who understand morality, spirituality, love, cooperation. It's a beautiful job. So if I can bring up such children, not just to make money, not just to have ego, but to help them to love, share, and cooperate, what good parents we can be. So everything is from inside out, and sustenance is from inside out. So, brothers and sisters, I have talked about sustenance mostly in Kali Yuga. What do we have in Kali Yuga? Unhappiness, emptiness, sorrow, and tragedy ending in sorrow. Nobody is truly happy, but they put up a show just to uphold the family, respect, and so on. So, sustenance outside in is not sustainable. Now, let's look what kind of sustenance can we expect from the divine. So, divine sustenance is unconditional. You can see for yourself how many murlis, for how long you have been getting them. And is there any demand? By this day, you must become this. Has there been a murli like that? No. Sweet children, understand and grow. Sweet children, change and grow. Sweet children, this is the truth. Understand and bring it into your life. No, this is the end of my sustenance. No, unconditional giving, unconditional loving, unconditional patience, unconditional love, unconditional peace. So, whatever we do, we can listen to the Murli and go into sin. Will the divine get upset? No, he's always happy. So, when there is divine sustenance in the self, happiness is the, the name of the soul. A Brahmin means always happy. When a Brahmin loses happiness, then that time that he has no happiness, he is not a Brahmin. And in today's Murli, Baba talked about many things. And Baba says, you must be Rup Basant. What is Rup Basant? Sustain yourself from inside and share your knowledge with others. What is Rup Basant? Have knowledge in yourself, have maturity in yourself, have love in yourself, become full, become complete, become perfect, and share with others. Rup Basant. God is Rup Basant. Children of God also Rup Basant. So this is godly sustenance, divine sustenance. So the decoration is inside. Normally in Kali Yuga, where is the decoration? On the face, on the dress, on the body, in the car, in the house. Decorate outside. But where there is divine sustenance, the decoration happens inside. I decorate myself with virtues. I decorate myself with blessings. I decorate myself with powers, with knowledge. So when there is the inside job and I work on myself on the inside, there is total patience with myself. I don't force, but I realize I mature. Over the years, I use soft power and not hard power. Soft power is to love, to accept, to give, to have mercy. Hard power, force. No. So I learned to accept myself. I use the soft power. So I understand my journey, the journey of the soul, how I started being full and how I slowly became empty. Now I'm at the end of my journey, how I have to refill, recharge myself for inner beauty. So when I have inner beauty, I become divine. When I lose my inner beauty, I become devilish. So I learn to have inner beauty. I become strong inside, stable, immovable. A soul that has divine sustenance, a soul that is full, a soul that has love. It is stable and immovable, and then it influences the outside through its vibrations, through its silence, through its sakash, through its love, thoughts, words, actions, body, mind, wealth, inside, out. So, divine sustenance makes us kings. Just now I said that when we pray, we tell God, I'm a sinner, I don't know anything, excuse me, forgive me, have mercy on me. But when I start decorating myself from inside, I become a king. So I come in front of the divine and say, I'm so grateful to you. I'm so happy to have known you. I'm so happy to grow, to understand, and now I can share with the others divine sustenance. Baba shows us what is divine sustenance. So slowly, as my inner influence, my inner powers, knowledge, and divine virtues grow, I influence the outside more and more, not with words, but with my light, with my vibrations, with my silence, and with my inner love and my sakash. So, divine sustenance is a loving giving, not attached, not demanding, no desires, giving total freedom to the others to grow and to share, not imprisoning souls, but giving them the freedom. So, divine love gives us mukti and jivan mukti. What are these two terms? Mukti, jivan mukti? Mukti means I become free from the burdens of this Kali Yuga. This Kali Yuga brings me down. This body brings me down. My weaknesses bring me down. My problems bring me down. My karmic accounts bring me down. So, mukti is how, with divine sustenance and taking power from the divine, I grow to become free from this Kali Yugi burden. I become free to fly and I can fly home. Mukti. Mukti is when I shed the burden of this earthly world, this bodily world, and I fly home. And Baba calls this mukti. And there is another word when we talk about divine sustenance, and that is Jivan Mukti. When we talk about Jivan Mukti, the soul not only sheds all karmic accounts, debt, all karmic debts, and no more bodily ties with the old world, no more bodily ties with people and things. That is mukti. But Jivan Mukti is when the soul starts accumulating credit, accumulating an account, a karmic account to be able to be used in the coming cycle, golden age, silver age, and more. So one is shedding the weaknesses, the burdens. The other is accumulating for a better future. Mukti, shedding, Jivan Mukti, a happy future. Divine sustenance gives us this. And how? By giving us the third eye. When we use the third eye, we not only look at the physicalities of this world, we also see the subtle aspects of life. What is love? what is mercy, how to be silent, how to cooperate just with feelings, how to give blessings just silently, just with your presence. Silent, giving, sharing, helping, uplifting, growing, becoming better, higher, more, and more. So, when I have divine sustenance and I have the third eye, I can use my divine intellect to see what is outside in and what is inside out. Outside in is no use, it will end in sorrow. Inside out not only will help me, it will bring me close to the divine, and it will help me to have a better future. It will help me to help others. Divine sustenance. So when I start experiencing this divine sustenance, my sanskars, my experiences, and so my sanskars begin to change. Baba says he makes us into kings of kings. What makes us into kings? Our sanskars, not our thinking, not our intellect, our sanskars of sharing, giving, holding, planning, loving. These are kingly sanskars. So God makes us kings of kings, and he makes us immortal. Do we die? No, there's no death for the soul. The body dies. But in Kali Yuga, we say we die. We die from the body, but we cannot die from the soul. So in Kali Yuga, death means bodily death. But in the golden age and silver ages, there's no such thing as death. The soul moves from one body to another body in happiness. Imagine leaving an old body and getting into a new body. How good is that? How beautiful is that? How nice is that? How great is that? Moving from an old body to a new body. No death, just transfer, just change. Body to body, the actor. So, in divine sustenance, the divine does not look at the costume, he looks at the actor. The actor is the one that needs to change. The actor is the one that has to look at itself. The actor is the one that has to learn and grow. The actor is the one that has to act in this confluence age and continue to act in the golden, silver, copper ages, and so on. So, divine sustenance targets the soul, not the body. But human sustenance, especially in Kali Yuga, we target the body. We want a beautiful body. And then when we have a beautiful wife or a beautiful daughter or a beautiful something, we hide it. We cover it. We don't show it to other people. Why? We possess it. So possession, owning, and imprisoning, this is not divine. This is harsh. This is imprisonment. So we become immortal and we become full of blessings. Who can get blessings? Those who act inside out. When the soul becomes mature, when the soul is knowledgeable, when the soul becomes divine, when the soul has got full divine sustenance, it can give, share, and help others to grow, to come out of the prison, to come out of sorrow, to come out of this old world, to come out of sustenance that are temporary, to stop getting help from people, to stop getting help from temporary things, but to look for the divine and get total immovable, stable, divine sustenance. So when we look for a source that is not moving, not shaking, stable, strong, always there, we can assure ourselves that we can depend on it and grow from it, get from it, love from it, and become like it. So, this is divine sustenance. So, from divine sustenance, our future is already the best of the best. For birth after birth, for birth after birth, for many ages, golden, silver, copper ages, also we enjoy the fruit of our divinity. We enjoy the fruit of our divine sustenance. We enjoy the benefits of the godly love and knowledge. We enjoy the blessings that we get, and we become so happy in the first part of the cycle. So, inheritance for birth after birth, mukti and jivan mukti, also for many births, we become uplifted. Not the costume gets uplifted, the actor gets uplifted. So, when the soul is liberated from body consciousness to soul consciousness, liberation, mukti, jivan mukti, the third eye, the divine intellect, the king in us grows, the king in us develops, and this king will become Narayan, the story of true Narayan. How a man, a sinner with nothing, empty inside, becomes Narayan, the man who is divine, full of knowledge, full of godly inheritance, of power, of virtues and blessings. True story of the true Narayan. This is also the story of the third eye. We get the third eye when we look at the soul. This is the story of the third eye. We look at the actor, the eye, the third eye, and we see things that are not visible to the physical eyes. We look at love, we see patience, we understand mercy, we give love silently, non-verbal. So, the story of the third eye, the story of true Narayan. And there's one more story. What is the other story? The story of becoming imperishable. Yeah, imperishable. The story of a deathless journey of a soul, how it comes from the soul world. It travels along as a traveler, a musafir, from a happy stage to an unhappy stage, and then how it grows back to its former original self, returns home, and comes back again to play its journey again and again. And so Baba asks us, have we met before? Have we met before? Did you understand this class? Did you listen to it before? Do you understand who you are? Do you understand what kind of a actor you are? Understand yourself, realize yourself, accept yourself, love yourself, be a king of kings. I love you. You are equal to me. Godly sustenance. Human sustenance breaks us. Human sustenance makes us fall. Godly sustenance helps us to grow. Godly sustenance, unconditional, ever loving, ever giving, patient, patient, and more patient. So, can we become like the divine? It's a question. Can I become godlike? Yes, up to a certain extent, because we learn that in the golden age, all souls are godlike. Souls are godlike. We become godlike. And then angels are godlike. And then a soul in the soul world, very near to God, its position in the soul world, godlike, shining, bright, happy, full of light and prakash. So we can become godlike, but unfortunately, when we start acting in this body, in this world, physical world, the law of the physical world says, as you use up your energy, you lose that energy and you become weaker and weaker. And then there comes a time you have to recharge, and there's only one recharge, no two, no three. So there's only one recharge. So if we can go back to that one recharge, the divine sustenance, the divine love, we can become our true selves, no pollution, no contamination, no mixturities, original, pure, pristine. We can become true flowers blooming. A flower in bloom gives fragrance. A flower that is faded, no fragrance. A flower that has not bloomed, no fragrance. Only a flower that has opened full, bloomed full, can give fragrance. So a soul, Narayan, true Narayan, a soul that is full, can give true fragrance. So, brothers and sisters, divine sustenance, human sustenance. So, when we become full, we become divine. When we are empty, we become devilish. God and the devil, full and empty, beautiful and ugly, right and wrong. It's all in this play, and we play this part beautifully. Okay? Thank you so much. I hope you have got some points from this class, and you look at yourself, your own beauty, your own uniqueness. You have a special role to play in this drama. Okay? Thank you. Om Shanti.